This is incredible. How do you create projects that end up collecting dust? Like these three control panels that I got here. And so I had to pause the CNC project for a little bit in order to restore that Craftsman cabinet saw or table saw. So now that I got it done, I can proceed to continue with the CNC. At the same time, I was trying to figure out how to convert this pantograph into a useful machine. What I decided to do instead is I'm just going to convert it into a vertical mill, and to do that I'm going to use a head of Shopsmith 10 iron. So what I like about the Shopsmith system is that on the spindle it's got this inverted taper hold for the accessories or the drill shock that attaches the shock itself with the set screw. So a regular drill press will usually come with a tapered attachment, which is a Moore's tapered attachment that if you put side loads into it, it might come loose. And the mills, they do have that Moore's taper, but it's got a hole in the middle of the shaft, and then you can attach a drawbar, and that doesn't allow the attachment to come loose when there's side forces on cutting the material. I don't know, this could be used for a light milling, I would say. And the thing has got all the controls here for the X, Y, and Z axis, and this could be made solid to the body of the mill, or I can make it go up and down a little bit if I get these pipes with some room to go up and down. I would have to attach the motor here, which I was thinking of getting a variable speed motor, one of those treadmill motors with a treadmill controller, so I can use it for that. You would still have also the quill here to be able to make some adjustments or do some drilling operations, and you can lock it in place with the lock, the spindle lock here, and it would be pretty solid, or solid enough for light duty applications. And if you want to move it with precision, then you can use the axis here on the you know, the three axis of the mill. This arm would have to be like shortened, and then I would attach it with bolts so it wouldn't flex too much. But my main problem is I had to get some steel plates and machine them to be pretty close to aligned, and try to attach this power head to it. So once I get this arm out of the way, right now I'm just holding the whole thing with this arm, but this arm will swing out of the way, and then I could reattach it later with the bolt here to make it more rigid. And then you get a room here to put one of those treadmill motors and make a variable speed. That way I probably could save this machine to be used as a mill or a very precise drill operations, and more solid than or rigid than using it on the Shopsmith. Besides, you would have a range of variable speed controls better than the Shopsmith's got, at least the old style pulley driven system with Shopsmith, and not the new electronic power head that they have nowadays. But that was the only way to reuse this useless machine, because you know, it's not used for them anymore. As a matter of fact, when I got the machine, the guys that gave it to me said that I could use it to scrap it, right? So I said, no way that I'm gonna scrap it. But anyway, yeah, this is what I was working on, just getting some ideas on how could I actually attach this two different machines into one. And since I got about 5 of these 10 ERs, maybe here's a good way to use one of them. And I think it'll work. I just have to get the materials and start working on it. That's gonna be in the bottom of my list of projects anyway. I hope it's not one of those failed projects that I have plenty of those during my years of trying something new. But anyway, yeah, this is what I was working on, an idea to see if I could do this. If you got any suggestions, any comments, you can put them down on the comment section, and maybe you can give me an idea what I should do with it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.